Hello everyone, my name is Velupillai. Welcome to Anything You Name It. So in this session we are going to talk about a very interesting subject, Wolverine. No, not that Wolverine from that Marvel comics. He is very strong, he is very muscular, and he is very fearless, so on and so on. So what if I told you that there is an animal which was the main inspiration for the character? This animal was called Wolverine. Yes, the animal was first and then came the character. So Wolverine is a real animal. So we are going to talk about this animal. You can think, how can you compare that Wolverine, Marvel's Wolverine, with this animal? So this animal is 10 times more cooler than this Wolverine. So the animal is cooler than the character. So let's see about its facts, how it survives, its ability, so on and so on. So this animal is really fearless. I mean really fearless, extremely prideful, and it's unbelievably gluttony. So what is gluttony? Gluttony is nothing but greedy for food. Even if it is not hungry, it doesn't let others eat, and it also doesn't eat. So it's greedy for all the food in the world. It eats everything it can see. It eats meat, and it is omnivorous to say, and it is mainly a scavenger. It eats dead meat, and it also hunts caribou and moose. So it hunts caribou and moose, it eats dead meat. It also eats berries, but its most preferred meal is meat. So it can go great heights, it could fight anyone to get meat. So this is too powerful. So it is the size of a medium Labrador only, but it's so powerful and stocky. So it's so muscular, so stocky, and it's unbelievably powerful. If you see its size and its fighting ability, your mind would be blown to bits by its power. Actually, this animal looks like a short and a muscular bear, but it is not even near to bears. It just looks like a baby bear, that's it. But it belongs to the weasel family. The weasel family, they are extremely persuasive, and they are very courageous, this weasel family. So if you even take a small weasel, even if a big predator is standing against it, it somehow fights him. So like that. So I imagine the largest member in the weasel family, how much courageous it should be. So this is what happens. So this animal, it mainly lives in the northern hemisphere only. Only it's in the northern hemisphere. Northern hemisphere includes Alaska, northern part of Canada, northern part of Europe, and northern part of Russia. So in these places, the winters are very harsh, and it mainly lives in these coniferous forest regions. So it does not live anywhere in the world. It lives only in the northern hemisphere, that too in the coniferous forest and some other places. So there are a lot of predators in these places, like wolves and grizzly bears. They live in the northern hemisphere. They share their territory with these wolves and wolverines. Just think of it. One is an apex pack predator, another one is a really powerful one. So it fights with these two, but this is very fearless. It even chases away these bears and wolves. So imagine it. You can ask, a grizzly bear more than 200 kilos, 300 kilos. This one just weighs 32 kilos. So its length is 65 to 110 centimeters, and its weight is only 32 kilos. That too, only the large ones are 32 kilos. The average ones are just 25 kilos. So let's take 32 kilos at the 200 kilo, 300 kilo grizzly bear. How could they fight? So it has many arsenals which we don't know. We are going to see about that only. So the first thing is their jaws. Their jaws are very powerful. 224 newtons of bite force. I'll just give you an idea of 224 newton bite force. I told you, right, they are mainly scavengers. They even eat dead meat. So when they eat the dead meat, they eat almost everything. They eat the bones, they eat the teeth, and they eat the meat. So they even eat the bones and teeth. Just think of it. You need to grind those bones and teeth to eat them. So just think how powerful their bite should be. Plus they have a special molar which turns 90 degrees like this. So when they turn 90 degrees, in the bones they make sort of like a driller and grind it. So when they are eating flesh, what it does is, the molar it turns 90 degrees. It almost scoops out the meat like this. So this is very exceptional. Don't think it's just a scavenger. It's also a deadly predator. It even hunts caribous, moose. I told you right. Just like that caribous moose. 20 times bigger than them. So they use their exceptional jaws, and they have 5 finger-like structures and which have 5 sharp curved claws. So this helps in a lot of gripping, and their paws they extend twice as much when they are stepping each step. So what happens is, when they are twice as large, the force gets distributed over a large surface area. So stay on top of the snow, and they have very sharp claws, right, like I told you, for gripping, and they have extremely keen sense of smell. So just assume this, because of the harsh winter an animal has died. So the winds are blowing so strong in the winters that there is a layer of ice forming on top of it. It can reach up to 20 feet also. When wolverines are roaming near these dead bodies, it is deep in the snow and it acts like a refrigerator, so the meat does not get spoiled. So when it is coming on those areas, it can even smell the dead animal if it is even 20 feet under the snow. So such strong sense of smell they have. So another thing is, they are fearless. Really fearless. So they are really fearless, and they can take an extreme amount of punishment. So they can get hit how much ever times they want, but they still keep standing back. So that much fearless they are, and they have such a lot of stamina. So plenty of stamina. Even they can fight for hours on end and don't get tired. So this is really helpful if you think you are fighting a big bear or wolf. You don't even get tired. But the wolf or bear gets tired and you can chase it away. So this is really helpful, and they have so much pride in them. They are so prideful. So what happens is, like, if a normal animal which lives on land, if it sees a mountain and something is beyond that mountain, it wants to go. So some animals, what they do is, they wonder what is in the mountain and they go around the mountain. So what this wolverine does, what it does is, it does not think of any consequences of going inside the mountain. It just walks straight up the mountain and down the mountain. So that's much fearless they are. They don't think about any consequences, and they are really prideful to start with. So they are very persuasive also. Persuasive is nothing but, when they need something, until they die, they will fight to get it. So even wolverines are recorded to fight to death to get something they want. So what happens is, like, wolverine sometimes may die of injuries, but most of the time it chases away the competition. So it goes like that. They don't even hibernate, and they live in the northern hemisphere. Just think of it, no hibernation. They survive in the northern hemisphere with grueling weather conditions. Winters are very unpredictable, but they don't even hibernate. So they should have very protective fur to keep them from the cold. Luckily they have it, and it's really effective. So how the fur works is, even when it sleeps on snow, the snow doesn't melt. So what exactly is happening is, the heat inside doesn't come out and the chillness outside doesn't go in. So that much well insulated the fur is. And it is waterproof, so even if it gets drenched in rain, it does not get cold. So that's much well insulated its fur is. So the avalanches, they are like the jackpots for wolverines. So avalanches, right, snow, large amounts of snow come sliding down from a mountain. So in these avalanches, if any animal was dead in the mountain, it gets preserved by the snow, and when it slides down, there is a large amount of dead animals there. So it's an wolverine jackpot. I told you, right, they are very good scavengers. So this is a jackpot for them. So what we can learn from this animal, what exactly can we learn from this animal is, no matter how small you are, no matter what you have, but if you keep chasing your dreams with persistence and courage, you can reach great heights. So this is Veluppillai signing off. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. Thank you.